Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to the 1985 playoffs in season ticket baseball. Tonight we have game 3 as the American League Division Series between the California Angels and the Toronto Blue Jays moves north of the border to Exhibition Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We are tied at 1 in this American League Division Series. So an all-important Game 3 tonight to determine which team takes control of this series and has the other facing elimination on Sunday night for Game 4. Fans are filing into Exhibition Stadium. We are expecting a sellout tonight. So as the fans file in, let's jump into the action and see what we've got here. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight is Jimmy Key. 14-6 with a 3-even ERA. 212 and 2/3 innings pitched, 85 strikeouts, 50 walks, and 22 home runs in 85. As the rest of the Blue Jays get loose behind him, we will take our first look at California's starting lineup. Leading off tonight, we've got Gary Pettis in center field. Reggie Jackson is in right field. Brian Downing is in left field. Juan Beniquez is at first base. Bobby Grich is at second base. Doug DeCinces is at third base. Rupert Jones is the designated hitter. Craig Gerber is at shortstop. And Jerry Nerone is catching. That is the lineup Key will have to keep in check if the Blue Jays are going to take control of this series. Leading off for the Angels tonight is Gary Pettis. 257 average, 1 home run, 32 RBIs in 85. We are using blue, white, and red dice tonight. Blue Jays are the home team. Series tied at 1 apiece, heading into Game 3. Game 4 is on Sunday night. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set which team will be facing elimination on Sunday. Only the dice know, and in order to find out what the dice know, we have to go to the same place every other game has started in this replay, and that is the first pitch, so here we go. We will get started with a 5-19, as Key's going to pick that one, drop it, and Pettis will be safe at first on the error, and we are underway here at Exhibition Stadium. Already trouble for the Blue Jays. The infield will go to double play depth, and Reggie Jackson is now the batter. 252 average, 27 home runs, 85 RBI in 85. Pettis, not a threat to steal. Key is actually great at holding runners to the bag. He will hold. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. Jackson's got great power. He's going to grip it and rip it. Key will set, and he will pitch. That is a 196. And a 196 is going to be a bloop single for Jackson as he will get on with a base hit of his own. And just like that, the Angels have something going on here to lead off this game. Brian Downing, now the batter for the Angels. 263 average, 20 home runs, 85 RBIs in 85. Pettis, once again not a threat, he will hold. Fans at Exhibition Stadium already having to come alive. He is already in trouble. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 626. And a 626 is going to get popped up on the infield to second base. Infield fly rules called, but Garcia will get under that one on the infield grass. He will make the catch. 1 out in the inning. Juan Beniquez, the first baseman, now takes the plate. 304 average, 8 home runs, 42 RBIs in 85. He will be the batter. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. Pettis at second, Jackson at first. Key will set, and he will pitch. That is a 118. And a 118 is going to be grounded right back to Key. He will turn, fire that over to Fernandez at second. That'll get Jackson. Fernandez tries to make the pivot over to Upshaw, but the relay won't be in time. 2 outs in the inning. Pettis will move over to third. Benitez will make first. Two outs in the inning, and Bobby Grich is now the batter. 242 average, 13 home runs, 53 RBIs, and 85. He will be the batter. Trying to get some runs out of this situation. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are loud. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 677 and a 677. That is going to be a base hit, and the Angels are going to take the lead. Pettis will come around to score. Benitez will go to first. Grich will go to third. Pettis will score. Benitez to third. Grich to second. 1-0 Angels. Stadium groans. Ugh. Doug DeCinces is now the batter. 244 average, 20 home runs, 78 RBIs, and 85. Angels out to a quick 1-0 lead. Key trying to settle this down. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 459 against a lefty. 459. DeCinces is going to get into one. That's going to be a double, and the Angels are going to pick up, and that's going to be a bases clearing double. Benitez will score, as will Grich. DeCinces will go to second. 3-0 Angels. Stadium barfs. Bleh. What? Oh, I forgot to hit enter on that. The Angels coming out swinging in this one. They know the importance of this one. Rupert Jones is now the batter. 231 average, 21 home runs, 67 RBIs, and 85. He will be the batter. Key is already down 3-0. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 494. And against a lefty, a 494 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Mosby moving under that one for Toronto. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But not before the Angels come out swinging with 3 runs on 3 hits and an error. Score is now California 3, Toronto coming to bat. That is not the kind of inning he wanted to start this one with. As the Angels have already jumped on Key before the Blue Jays have even had a chance to bat. Starting pitcher for the California Angels tonight is Don Sutton. 2-2 with a 3.69 ERA. 31 2/3 innings pitched. Get back into OBS for a second. 16 strikeouts, 8 walks, 6 home runs, and 85. He will be the pitcher charged with keeping the Blue Jays in check for the Angels to take control of this series. And we'll take a look at the Bluebirds starting lineup that Sutton's got to keep in check. Leading off tonight, we have got Willie Upshaw at first base. Tony Fernandez is at shortstop. Jesse Barfield is in right field. George Bell is in left field. Rance Mulliniks is at third base. Lloyd Mosby is in center field. Damaso Garcia is at second base. Lou Thornton is the designated hitter. And Steve Nicosia is catching. Those are the Blue Jays that are in charge of getting this series to a 2-1 Blue Jays lead for Sunday night. Leading off for the Blue Jays is Willie Upshaw. 275 average, 15 home runs, 65 RBIs, and 85. As usual, I will see you guys that are watching this in the top of the second. Sutton will look in at Nerone for the sign. 3-0 Angels, bottom of the first. Sutton will set, he will wind up, and here comes the pitch. That is a 539. That's over to first base. Benitez waiting for that one. Benitez is going to pick that up. He'll drop it. And Upshaw will be safe at first with a leadoff error, just like Pettis against Key. Infield will go to double play depth for the Angels. Tony Fernandez is now the batter. 289 average, 2 home runs, 51 RBIs in 85. Blue Jays are going to call a hit and run here. Fernandez does not have any power to speak of. They're going to use a hit and run here. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 434, and against a righty, a 434 is going to get popped up on the infield to third base. Calling everybody off in foul territory is going to be DeCinces. He will make that catch, and that is out number 1 in the inning. As Upshaw has to go back to first, Jesse Barfield, now the batter for the Blue Jays. 289 average, 27 home runs, 84 RBIs in 85. Upshaw, could they try to have him steal to get into position? Yeah, they're actually going to have Upshaw try to get the jump on Sutton. He's got to beat a 14 to get the jump. And he will easily get the jump. Upshaw's off to second with a steal of a 3. He's got to beat a 14 up to second. And here comes the throw from Nerone. The throw's in the dirt. Here comes the throw from Nerone. And Upshaw, the throw is high. Upshaw is safe at second with a stolen base. Stadium cheers. Yay! That will take away the double play from the Angels. 1 out in the inning. Upshaw now at second on the stolen base. Sutton will turn to deal with Barfield. He will get the sign from Nerone. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. That is a 308. And a 308. Barfield's going to get frozen by a changeup on the outside corner for strike 3. Out number 2. Oh, that is a big strikeout by Sutton as he gets Barfield looking at a changeup. 2 outs in the inning. George Bell, now the batter for the Blue Jays. 275 average, 28 home runs, 95 RBIs in 85. Upshaw waits at second. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 271 against a righty. A 271. Oh boy. Bell's into one. That is deep to left field. Bell has got a power of a 9. Does he cut this Angels lead down to 1? We are going to be in for a wild night tonight, folks, because that is hit high. It's hit deep to left field. Going back for that one is going to be Downing. He is back to the track, back to the wall, and that is gone with a boom! Home run, George Bell. 3-2, Angels. Stadium cheers. Yay! Rance Mullenix, now the batter. This is going to be a wild night tonight, folks. Buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. 295 average, 10 home runs, 57 RBIs in 85. Sutton has got to shake that one off. He will get the sign from Nerone. Fans at Exhibition Stadium going nuts. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. That is a 426 against a righty, a 426. Mullenix is going to get frozen by the high heat. Strike 3. That will retire the side. But this is going to be a very wild game, folks. 2 runs, 1 hit, an error, and a stolen base. A 2-run bomb by George Bell. It is already 3-2 Angels after 1. Both starters getting a little bit peppered in the first there, as Philip Anderson is first to join us here at Exhibition Stadium. And yep, this is going to be another wild game, Philip. Buckle your seatbelt. And yep, it's only the first, well, it's now the second inning officially, but I get what you mean. Key will finish up his warm-up tosses as Craig Gerber will step into the batter's box. 264 average, no home runs, 6 RBIs in 85. 3-2 Angels, top of the second. This is going to be a wild night. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 548. That's over to second base for Garcia, and that'll be a base hit on the infield. Or that'll be a base hit into right field. Gerber could try to extend that to a double, but he's not going to. He's not going to test Barfield, who's got a pretty good arm out in right field. The infield will go to double play depth for the Blue Jays as Jerry Nerone comes up to the plate. 220 average, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, in 85. Gerber, not a threat to steal. He will hold. Nerone's got pretty good power. He's going to grip it and rip it. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 546. That's over to second base. Garcia getting to that one. And that'll be a base hit, another base hit into right field. And Key is having a rough night of it tonight. Infield still at double play depth. Batter now is Pettis. Pettis reached on an error and scored the first run of the game. Game 3 of this ALDS. Winner takes control and loser faces elimination on Sunday. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are loud. He will set and he will pitch. That is we're going to re-roll that die. 493 against a lefty. 493 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Mosby getting under that one. He's back to the track. He'll make the catch. That is out number 1. Tagging up is Gerber. Here comes the throw. Here comes the throw from Mosby. The throw's high. Gerber will make it to third on the fly ball. But there is 1 out in the inning. The infield has got to play in. Ooh, this is a dangerous situation. Jackson now the batter. Jackson with a single tonight. Gerber is... Just going to check arms real quick. 3-3-1-1. Gerber is going on contact. The Angels would love to get some more runs here. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 405. And a 405 against the lefty is going to be a walk for Jackson. The bases are full of halos. Very dangerous situation for Toronto here. California has got a golden opportunity to extend this lead. Here's Downing. Downing tonight is 0 for 1. He popped out. Just going to make sure I've got my score sheet all straight here. Okay, now that we've got that sorted out, Key has got to be very careful here. Gerber has to go on contact with the bases juiced. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. 1 out, top of the second, 3-2 Angels lead. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 401. And a 401, ooh, that is going to be a walk, and the Angels are going to get a run. As Gerber will trot to the plate as Key loses control of a slider for ball 4. Gerber will score. Where was he in the lineup? Okay. And the carousel turns. 4-2 Angels. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Beniquez. Beniquez is 0 for 1. He grounded out. Nerone also has to go on contact, but a speed of a 0 is going to cause a lot of problems. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 176. And a 176 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that is Mullenix. The throw is going to have to come to the plate, though. Nerone with a speed of 0. He's got to beat an 11 to the plate from Mullenix. Does Nerone give the Angels another run? Here comes the throw from Mullenix, and the throw is high. Nerone will score. Bases remain loaded. Wow. Nerone scores. Jackson to third. Downing to second. Beniquez to first, 5-2 Angels. Stadium groans. Ugh. Let's see, 1B5. Batter now is Gritch. Gritch tonight is 1-for-1 with a single. We're already going to get some activity in the Blue Jays bullpen as Key just does not have his stuff tonight. The Blue Jays need long relief, so they are going to get... They're going to get Dennis Lamp warming up as it's already 5-2 Angels here in the bottom of the second, and the Blue Jays cannot seem to get out of this inning to save their lives. St. Louis and Houston. Houston picked up 3 runs in the bottom of the first, so in these playoffs at least, this might be the quickest that we've ever had scoring. No, looks like St. Louis scored first in game 2 of their series in the bottom of the first. Yeah, actually no. Montreal scored first in game 1 of the first NL wildcard game. So yeah, I think this is probably among the fastest that we've ever had scoring. And as I mentioned, we've already got activity in the Blue Jays bullpen as Dennis Lamp is going to start warming up. 5-2 Angels, top of the second. And Nicosia will go out to talk to Key on the mound. Try to settle him down. Key will get the sign from Nicosia. 5-2 Angels, top of the second. Key will set, and he will pitch. That is a 419. And a 419 is going to be another walk, and here comes another run. Jeez. Jackson scores. Wow. This is a bad night to be an Angels fan. Jackson will score. The carousel turns again. 6-2 Angels. Stadium barfs. Bleh. And here's DeCinces. DeCinces tonight has a double. And... Key... Ooh, honestly, they probably should just yank him here. And I think they will. That is going to be it for Key. This is probably the early... Well, I don't think there's a probably about it. This is the earliest a team has ever had to go to the bullpen in this replay. So yeah, game 3 started with Houston in their half of the first. So Key is already going to come out of the game having given up 6 runs. This is very bad if you're a Blue Jays fan. Coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays is going to be Dennis Lamp. 11-0 with a 3.32 ERA, 105 2/3 innings pitched, 68 strikeouts, 27 walks, 2 home runs, and 85. His job is to stop the bleeding. Lamp, we'll get it. Nicosia will go out and talk to Lamp on the mound. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia. Infield is still in, only 1 out in the inning. Lamp will set, and he will pitch. That is a 124, a 324, and DeCinces gets frozen by a curveball for strike 3. That is out number 2. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2 outs, and Jones now the batter. Jones flew out his first time up. Angels trying to get some more runs here. They've already got a 3 spot on the board. They want more. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 661, and a 661 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Upshaw will grab that one. Lamp will come over to cover the bag. He'll take the throw, and that will retire the side. But the Angels extend their lead. 3 runs on 3 walks and 3 hits. The Angels now holding a 6-2 lead heading into the bottom of the second. Stadium, can't decide if the Stadium wants to sign relief that it wasn't that it wasn't worse, or if they want to groan that the Angels got more runs at all. So let's see if I can do a sigh groan. Phew. Yes, I know that was a horrible. Yes, I know that was a horrible sigh groan, but hey, work with me on this one. Trying to balance two very opposing reactions, not the easiest thing to do in the world. While I'm rambling, Sutton will finish up his warm-up tosses as Lloyd Moseby will step in for the first time. 259 average, 18 home runs, 70 RBIs, and 85. Angels came out firing tonight. 6-2 lead, bottom of the second. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 496, and against a righty, a 496 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one for the Angels is going to be Pettis. He will make the catch, and that is out number one. Damaso Garcia, now the batter. 282 average, 8 home runs, 65 RBIs, and 85. He will be the batter. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 667. That'll turn into a 677. And Garcia will smack one into the gap. He'll get on with a base hit. Blue Jays need to get a comeback going here. Infield for the Angels is at double play depth. Lou Thornton is now the batter. 236 average, 1 home run, 8 RBIs, and 85. Garcia, could they try to run here? Yeah, actually Garcia is going to try to get the jump here. Let's see if he does it on Sutton. He will get the jump on Sutton, if only just, and he's going to take off for second. Garcia, trying to make something happen for the Blue Jays, give them a spark. He's got to beat a 14 over to second base. Nerone sensed something was wrong. He calls for a pitch out. Here comes the throw to second. It's on target, and Garcia slides into the tag. He is tagged out, caught stealing, 2 outs in the inning. Stadium groans. Ugh. As Garcia tried to make something happen, he got the steal sign, but he got caught stealing, 2 outs in the inning. Sutton will now turn to deal with Thornton. He will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. Dice didn't want to go through there. 690 is going to turn into a 700, and Thornton will have a 2-out walk. Thornton will be at second, and Steve Nicosia will be the batter. 267 average, no home runs, 1 RBI, and 85. Sutton will look in at Nerone for the sign. 6-2 Angels, bottom of the second. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. That is a 163, and a 163 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that for the Angels is Jackson. He will have room near the track, and that will retire the side. A hit and a walk, but Garcia gets caught stealing, and that turns a promising inning into a 6-2 Angels lead after 2. Maybe the lights were a little too bright for Key tonight. And I think that's the only consolation for Toronto right now, Philip, is that there's a lot of game remaining at this point. Leading off for the Angels as Lamp finishes up his warm-up tosses is Gerber. Gerber tonight has a single and he's scored a run. 6-2 Angels, top of the third. Game 3 of this ALDS. Loser faces elimination on Sunday. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 620, and that'll be popped up on the infield. Calling everybody off in the infield grass is going to be Garcia. He will make the catch, and that is out number 1. Nerone, now the batter. Nerone is 1 for 1 with a single, and he's scored a run. Lamp, looking in at Nicosia for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 678. And a 678. Nerone's going to get into one. That'll get into the gap. That'll be a seeing eye single. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Pettis. Pettis is 0 for 1, but he reached on an error. Angels are going to try a hit and run here. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 636. And a 636 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one for the Blue Jays is Mosby. He is going to have to come in for that one, but he will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Nerone will go back to first. 2 outs, and here's Jackson. Jackson is 1 for 1. He's got a single and a walk tonight. Lamp looking in at Nicosia for the sign. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 356. And a 356. Jackson's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3. That will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Angels, who are still holding a 6-2 lead heading into the bottom of the third. Okay. Sutton finishes up his warm-up tosses as Upshaw steps into the batter's box. He reached on an error at first base and stole a base and scored one of the Blue Jays' runs tonight. Sutton will look in at Nerone for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 291 against a lefty at 291. Uh-oh. Upshaw's into one that is deep to right field. Upshaw with a power of 6. He would love to cut into this Angels lead. Can he? He can't cut into it, but that will drop in front of Jackson, and that'll be a base hit into right field. Upshaw will have a leadoff single. The infield will go to double play depth. Fernandez, now the batter. Fernandez is 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up. Upshaw, the steal worked so well, the Blue Jays are going to try it again. Seeing if he can get the jump. And Upshaw will get the jump. He will take off for second. He's headed for second. Here comes the pitch, the throw from Nerone. And Nerone once again calls for a pitch out. He gets it up to first on time. Upshaw's thrown out. 1 out in the inning. Stadium groans. Ugh. The Blue Jays cannot catch a break tonight. Sutton will turn and deal with Fernandez. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. Probably should be trying to bunt a little more. 434 is going to be popped up on the infield. Third base getting under that is DeCinces. He will get under that in foul territory. He will make that catch, and that will be out number 2. These errors on the base paths, not good for the Blue Jays. Here's Barfield. Barfield tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 147, and that's going to be a fly ball into right field. Jackson coming in for that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the hit for the Blue Jays. The Angels holding on to a 6-2 lead after 3. Blue Jays need to get their acts together on the base paths. Leading off for the Angels in the top of the fourth, they've got the heart of their order, actually. Here's Downing. Downing is 0 for 1. He's got a walk tonight, though. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 597. That's into right field, Barfield, and that'll be a fly ball going back for it. Barfield will be near the track, but he will make the catch, and that will be 1 out in the inning. Just going to tab in and check the camera real quick since I felt myself jar the tripod. Everything looks good there. Okay. 1 out in the inning, and here's Beniquez. Beniquez tonight is 0 for 2. We are going to get some activity in the Blue Jays bullpen as they need more long relief. Starting to get loose for the Blue Jays. Next is going to be Tom Filer. He's going to start to get loose for the Blue Jays. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia. 6-2 Angels, top of the fourth. Lamp will set, and he will pitch. That is a 220 against a righty. A 220 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Grabbing that one for the Blue Jays is going to be Garcia. He'll go to his right, take his time, throw that over to first. 2 outs in the inning. Gritch, now the batter. Gritch tonight is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Lamp gets the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 334, and that'll be a fly ball into right field. Barfield getting under that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels here in the top of the fourth. Stadium cheers. Yay! The way this night's gone, they will take any good thing they can get. But the Blue Jays still trail 6-2 as we head into the bottom of the fourth. I know such a simple thing to cheer, but a 1-2-3 inning is something the Blue Jays very much needed right there. And I've got to go check my laundry, so bear with me just a second while I go deal with that. And we get the Parka-covered ladies of the Toronto Blue Jays cheerleading squad. to cover a little extra between innings activity. So, moving into the bottom of the fourth, we've got the middle of the Blue Jays order coming up. Here's Bell. Bell has a 2-run bomb in this game. Sutton knows he's got to be careful. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. 6-2 Angels, bottom of the fourth. Blue Jays at the plate. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. 693, that'll turn into a 703, and oh boy. Bell trying to respond to the 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. That is deep to, that is deep to center field. Bell with a power of a 9. Does he instantly respond to the 1-2-3 inning? Well, that's one way to take advantage of the momentum. That will be with a boom! That ball is hit high! That ball is hit deep to center field. Pettis going back for that one. He's back to the track, back to the wall, and that ball is gone. Home run, George Bell. 6-3 in favor of the Angels. Stadium cheers. Yay! Mullenix, now the batter. Mullenix tonight is 0 for 1. Sutton knows he's got to shake that one off. He will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. 436 against a righty. 436 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Gritch will get to that one. He will take his time, throw that over to first. 1 out in the inning. Mosby, now the batter. Mosby flew out his first time up. Sutton will get the sign from Nerone. Fans here at Exhibition Stadium starting to come alive. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. That is a 549. That's over to second base, Gritch. And that'll be a base hit into right field. Mosby will hold it first. The Blue Jays don't want to get cute here. Double play depth is called. Garcia, now the batter. Garcia is 1 for 1 with a single, but he got caught stealing. Mosby is going to stay put at first base. Sutton will look in at Nerone for the sign. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 351. And a 351 is going to get popped up on the infield. Calling everybody off at first base. On the grass is going to be first base. That's going to be Beniquez calling everybody off. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Batter now is Thornton. Thornton tonight has a walk. Sutton trying to get out of the inning. He will get the sign from Nerone. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are coming alive. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. That is a 249 against a lefty at 249. Uh-oh. Thornton's into one. That is deep to right field. Thornton with a power of 2. He could make this a 1-run game. Let's see if he can. That ball's going to drop in front of Jackson, but it will be a base hit. Thornton just didn't have the power to get that one out. But now the Jays have something going on with 2 outs, and the batter now is Nicosia. Nicosia tonight is 0 for 1. He represents the tying run. Sutton looking in at Nerone for the sign. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are loud. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. That is a 163, and that'll be a fly ball into right field. Jackson going back for that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits, a solo shot by George Bell. We are now looking at a 6-3 California lead after 4. Just going to check my timer real quick. Okay, looks like we're good to go there. Yes, I apologize for some of the delays. And yes, again, George Bell, I do apologize for some of the delays on Thursday night baseball, but I do run the laundry on Thursday nights. So you guys will have to be a little bit patient with me on that. Leading off the top of the fifth for the Angels, we've got DeCinces. DeCinces is 1 for 2 with a double tonight. Lamp looking in. Lamp will continue to pitch. Filer will throw in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia, and he will pitch. That is a 328. And DeCinces is going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3. That is out number 1. Slider catches the inside corner as DeCinces looks at it for strike 3, out number 1. Jones, now the batter. Jones is 0 for 2 tonight. 6-3 Angels, top of the 5th. Lamp will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 318. Jones is going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. Jones looks at the umpire, says, "Hey, that pitch was high." The umpire says, "No, you're high. You're also out. Go sit." 2 outs in the inning, and Gerber, now the batter. Gerber's 1 for 2 with a single tonight. Lamp gets the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 644, and that's going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up for the Blue Jays is Garcia. He will take his time, throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels for the second inning in a row here in the top of the 5th. Angels still holding on to a 6-3 lead, though, at the halfway point of this game. Momentum was with the Angels earlier. Now is it starting to swing a little bit here. Sutton will finish up his warm-up tosses, as leading off will be Upshaw. Upshaw tonight is 1 for 1 with a single. Reached on an error. He stole a base, and he got caught. He got caught once. Let's see. The Angels are going to get some activity in their bullpen, as getting loose for California is going to be... they probably want long relief, so they're going to get Jim Slayton warming up. Sutton will look in at Nerone for the sign. 6-3 Angels, bottom of the 5th. Sutton will set, and he will pitch. That will be a 332. And that'll be a called strike 3 on Upshaw as he gets frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 1. That pitch looked maybe a little bit low, but it was just high enough to get the call. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez tonight is 0 for 2. Sutton looking in at Nerone for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 417, and against a righty, a 417 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Gritch will grab that one to his right. He will take his time, throw that over to first, out number 2. Two outs, and Barfield, now the batter. Barfield is 0 for 2. Sutton looking in at Nerone for the sign. 6-5 Angels, bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. Sutton will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 621. That'll turn into a 631 and be popped up on the infield. Gerber will get under that at shortstop. He will call everybody off, make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 5th. California still holding on to a 6-3 lead after 5. Still plenty of baseball left to be played here tonight. Top of the 6th, and the Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen once again, as Lamp is going to come out of the game. The Blue Jays are going to go back to the bullpen again. Coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays this time is going to be Tom Filer, 7-0 with a 3.88 ERA, 48 2/3 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts, 18 walks, 6 home runs in 85. He will be the batter. Leading off the top of the 6th for the Angels is Nerone. Nerone tonight is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Nicosia goes out and talks to Filer. Blue Jays know they're in trouble here. Filer will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 554. That's over to third base where Mullenix waits for that one. And a 554 is going to be a base hit into left field. Nerone will be content with a single. He's not going to get cute here. He doesn't have the speed to get cute. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Pettis. Pettis tonight is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error. He's also showing bunt here, and the corners are going to come in expecting the bunt. Oop. Just going to check the camera a second because I jarred the cord there this time. Whoa, hold on. I didn't realize the camera got a little bit out of position, so let me fix that real quick here. Okay, maybe it was always out of position like that. Okay, now that we got that sorted out, now here comes the bunt. Filer will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. Let's see, 12, 13, and 7 is 20. And that'll be a good sacrifice right over to first base. Getting to that one is going to be Upshaw. He will take that to the bag himself. That is the first out of the inning. But Nerone will make second on the play. And here's Jackson. Jackson tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Nerone still doesn't have the speed to do anything. He will hold. Filer will get the sign from Nicosia. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are loud. Filer will set, and he will pitch. That is a 460 against a righty. A 460. Jackson's going to come through with one. That'll get into right field. That'll be a double, and Nerone will score. Mr. October comes through with a double. Nerone will score. Jackson to second. 7-3 Angels. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Downing. Downing is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. 7-3 Angels, top of the 6th. Blue Jays need to stop the carnage. Filer will get the sign from Nicosia, and he will pitch. That is a 149, and a 149 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Bell has been a hero with his bat. Now he's got to be one with his glove, but he'll make that catch. After he comes in for that, that'll be 2 outs in the inning. Beniquez, now the batter. Beniquez is 1 for 3 with a single tonight. Jackson waits at second. Filer gets the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 285 against a righty. 285. Uh-oh. Nicosia is into one. Or Beniquez is into one that's deep to left field. Beniquez with a power of a 4. Does he extend this Angels lead? He won't extend it, but that will drop. That will drop in front of Bell for a base hit. And now the Angels are looking at runners at the corners with 2 outs. And the batter now is Gritch. Gritch tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Filer trying to get out of this jam as he's got runners at the corners with 2 outs. Filer will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set and he will pitch. That is a 242 against a righty. 242 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Barfield will get under that one. He will make the catch, watching it into his glove, and that will retire the side. But the Angels extend their lead. 1 run on 3 hits and a sacrifice hit. The Angels now holding a 7-3 lead heading into the bottom of the 6th. And no, this is not great for the Blue Jays, but once more, I need to take a small break as I need to go get my laundry. The Blue Jays need to get going here. This 4-run lead isn't going to erase itself. Sutton, however, is going to come out of the game for the Angels. He's done his job. The Angels are going to go to the bullpen as they want to get a little bit of long relief here. They also want to make sure Bell doesn't have a great opportunity to hit another home run against Sutton. So coming in to pitch for the Angels, I'll take care of the hype machine once Digital Diamond decides it wants to cooperate with me. Excuse me. Jim Slayton will come in to pitch for the Angels. 6-10 with a 4.37 ERA. 148 and a third innings pitched, 60 strikeouts, 63 walks, 22 home runs in 85. Bell will be the batter. Bell is responsible for all 3 of Toronto's runs tonight. 7-3 Angels, bottom of the 6th. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are nervous that California is going to take the series lead. Slayton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set and he will pitch. 666. That'll turn into a 676. And Bell's going to get into one. That'll be into the gap, and that's only a base hit. But Bell is on for the first time tonight, despite having 2 hits. Well, those 2 hits were bombs. The infield will go to double play depth. Batter now is Mullenix. Mullenix tonight is 0 for 2. Bell, not much of a threat to steal. He will hold. Mullenix has decent power. He's going to swing away. Slayton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 677. That'll turn into a 687. And Mullenix is going to get into one into the gap. That's going to be a base hit. I think Bell will end up at third on the play. Mullenix will go to second. And the batter now, the tying run now is Mosby. Yep, Mosby tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Actually, no, Mosby is not the tying run. I can't do math tonight. The Angels are going to stay at double play depth. They'll give up the run to get 2 outs. Slayton will get the sign from Nerone, and he will pitch. That is a 319, and that's going to be a swing and a miss as Mosby goes through a curveball for strike 3, out number 1. That is a huge strikeout for Slayton. Stadium groans. Ugh. And now a double play gets the Angels out of trouble. Here's Garcia. Garcia tonight is 1 for 2 with a single, but he's also been caught stealing. 7-3 Angels, bottom of the 6th. Exhibition Stadium fans do not like what they see. Slayton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 5-10. 5-10 will be grounded back to Slayton. He will get that one. He'll throw that to Gerber. That'll get Mullenix. Gerber will make the pivot over. to Benitez at first. That'll be in time. That will be a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. Stadium barfs. Blah. 2 hits for the Blue Jays. They get runners at the corners, but the Blue Jays get nothing out of it. 7-3 Angels after 6. That is big-time defense by California as they're trying to take control of this American League Division Series. And remember, the winner of this game, the loser of this game, faces elimination on Sunday. Runners at the corners indeed, Phillip, but Toronto got nothing out of it. Top of the 7th coming up for California, leading off is DeCinces. DeCinces tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. Filer trying to keep this game right where it is. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 164, and that'll be popped up on the infield. Calling everybody off in the infield grass is Mullenix. He will make the catch. Out number 1. Jones is now the batter. Jones is 0 for 3. Filer trying to keep this under control. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 308. And Jones is going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. Gerber, now the batter. Gerber tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Filer will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 465 against a righty. A 465 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Upshaw will grab that one. He'll wave off Filer coming over to the bag. He'll take that over himself, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels here in the top of the 7th as we get set for the 7th inning stretch. Sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I will take a small break. Winner of this game will have a 2-1 lead going into Game 4 on Sunday. Before we get there, though, we're staying north of the border, but we're switching leagues over to the National League as we go to Olympic Stadium for Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Montreal Expos in their Game 3. They're also tied at a game apiece. Bob Welch will be going for the Dodgers, and Bill Gullickson will be going for the Expos. That should be a good game. Dodgers, Expos in Montreal. Bottom of the 7th, and we're going to get activity in both bullpens. As starting to get loose for the Angels is going to be a lot of lefties in the lineup. The Angels are going to they don't have anybody good against lefties. They're going to get Stu Clyburn warming up are the Angels. Expos and Dodgers is turning unexpectedly into a great series. I was expecting that to be 2-0 Dodgers going north of the border. But the series I'm looking forward to, the Game 3 I'm looking forward to is Detroit and New York. Yankees-Tigers Game 3 will be Saturday. That you could argue that series should be 1-0. That series should be 2-0 Tigers, according to a lot of people, because of Detroit's bullpen collapse in Game 1. So that's also a great series. Getting loose for the Blue Jays is going to be Tom Henke. Heading back to the bottom of the 7th, we've got the bottom of the Blue Jays order coming up next. Here's Thornton. Thornton tonight is 1-for-1 with a single and a walk. 7-3 Angels, bottom of the 7th. Slayton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 4-10. And against a righty, a 4-10 is going to be a base hit for Thornton into center field. He will get on with a leadoff single. Double play depth for the Angels, and the batter now is Nicosia. Nicosia tonight is 0-for-2. Blue Jays are going to try a hit and run here to try to create some offense. Slayton will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 244. And against a righty at 244 is going to be a 574. That'll be into left field. And that'll be a fly ball over to Downing. He will make that catch with no problem. 1 out in the inning as Thornton has got to go back to first. Let me just make sure fly balls don't change. Okay. 1 out in the inning for the Blue Jays. And here's Upshaw. Upshaw tonight is 1-for-2 with a single. Reached on an error. He stole a base and he got caught trying. Upshaw's got pretty good power. He's going to grip it and rip it. Thornton will wait on first. Slayton gets the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 545. That's over to second base, where Gritch is waiting for that one. And that'll be a ground ball right at Gritch. He will throw that over to Gerber at shortstop. That'll get Thornton. Gerber will make the pivot over to Benitez at first. That is in time. That is a 4-6-3 double play, and the inning is over. Stadium barfs. Blah. Nothing across except the single for the Blue Jays. The Angels still holding on to a 7-3 lead after 7. And yes, the Tigers made sure to get game 2. They did not want to be down. They did not want to be down 0-2 going back home. But given the choice, obviously the Tigers would rather be tied. They've got a great opportunity to take control of that series as the Yankees. I don't know what it is about that series, but the Yankees just don't. I don't know what's going on with the Yankees, but they don't seem to have it in that series. Anywho, coming back here, we can speculate on Detroit, but they'll be up Saturday. Filer is going to come out of the game, coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays, trying to stem the carnage once again. Is going to be Tom Henke, 3-3 with a 2.03 ERA, 40 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts, 8 walks, 4 home runs in 85. He will come in to face the top of the order. Here's Nerone. Nerone is 3 for 3. Henke going to try to shut this down for the Blue Jays. He will get the sign from Nicosia. Henke will set, and he will pitch. That is a 452 against a righty. A 452 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Upshaw will grab that one. He'll wave off Henke coming over. 1 out in the inning. Here's Pettis. Pettis tonight is 0 for 2 with reached on an error and had a sacrifice hit. Henke will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 686. And a 686. Pettis is going to get into one. That'll be a seeing eye single, as that'll just barely get out of the infield, but enough for Pettis to be at first base. Double play depth for the Blue Jays, and here's Jackson. Jackson tonight is 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a walk. Pettis not going anywhere. He will hold. Henke will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 556. That's over to third base, where Mullenix waits for that one. 556. That'll be a base hit into left field. Pettis is going to be waved around. He's got to beat a 13 over to third base. He's got a speed of 7. And the throw will get cut off. Pettis will be safe at third. Will be safe at third as Jackson takes first. Pettis turns on the Jets and gets over to third. Infield has got to play in. Batter now is Downing. Downing tonight is 0 for 3 with a walk. Blue Jays do not want this to get any worse. Henke will get the sign from Nicosia. Pettis is going on contact. Henke will set, and he will pitch. That is a 442 against a righty. 442 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Grabbing that is going to be Garcia. The throw's got to come to the throw's coming to the plate. Garcia's got to beat a 17 in order to get this throw. Speed. So actually Pettis has got to beat an 11. I've been doing this backwards all along. And the throw is going to be wide. Garcia will not be able to get it down there. Pettis will score. The Angels will extend their lead. Pettis' speed, too much for the Blue Jays. It is now 8-3 in favor of the Angels. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Beniquez. Beniquez is 1 for 4. Angels now have an 8-3 lead. We're going to get some more activity in Toronto's bullpen, as getting loose for the Blue Jays is going to be somebody who can do well against lefties. Jim Acker. He's going to start getting loose for the Blue Jays. Henke will get the sign. What just dropped? Oh, another reliever. Henke will get the sign from Nicosia. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are loud, hoping the Blue Jays can stem the tide. Henke will set, and he will pitch. That is a 513. That'll be grounded back to Henke, And that'll be a ground ball right at him. He will turn, throw that over to Upshaw at first. 2 outs in the inning. Everybody moves up. Two outs in the inning, and Gritch now the batter. Gritch tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Henke trying to get out of this inning. He will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 328. And Gritch is going to get frozen by the heat for strike 3. That will retire the side. But the Angels extend their lead. 1 run on 3 hits as the Angels now hold an 8-3 lead heading into the bottom of the 8th. Angels with a golden opportunity to take home field advantage and possibly make sure this series doesn't leave Canada the way they're playing. I was expecting it to be the other way of making sure the series doesn't leave Canada coming out of game 1. Slayton is going to come out of the game. The Angels are going to go to the bullpen. Coming in to pitch for the Angels is going to be Stu Clyburn, 9-3 with a 2.09 ERA, 99 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts, 26 walks, 5 home runs, and 85. Starting to get loose in the Angels' bullpen, just to make sure there's no funny business here, is going to be their closer, Donnie Moore. It would help if I noted on the right pitcher, or on the right roster. Leading off the bottom of the 8th, do the Blue Jays have another shortstop? They're going to want some defense here, some offense here, I think. I think Fernandez is going to have to bat here. He's the best shortstop they've got in the field. Fernandez tonight, though, is 0 for 3. Clyburn will look in at Nerone for the sign. Fans at Exhibition Stadium can't believe what they see. Clyburn will set, and he will pitch. That is a 195 and a 195. That's going to get out of the infield. That'll be into the gap, and Fernandez will be safe at second with a bloop double. Maybe I spoke a little too soon here. We'll find out soon enough, though, won't we? Fernandez at second, and the batter now is Barfield. Barfield tonight is 0 for 3. Fernandez, not a threat to steal. He will hold. Clyburn will deal with Nerone will deal with Barfield at the plate. Clyburn will get the sign from Nerone, and he will pitch. That is a 322. And Barfield gets frozen by a slider on the outside corner for strike 3. That is out number 1. Oh, that is a big strikeout for Clyburn. 1 out in the inning, and Bell is now the batter. Bell tonight is 3 for 3. He's got 2 home runs and 3 RBI. More than Bell's got to produce tonight, though. Clyburn will get the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 605. That'll turn into a 615. And Bell's going to swing through a changeup for strike 3, out number 2. That's the first time Bell has not reached base tonight. And a bad time for that to happen. 2 outs in the inning, and the batter now is Mullenix. Mullenix tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. 8-3 Angels. Series tied at 1. Clyburn gets the sign from Nerone. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 380. And a 380 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Beniquez will grab that one. He'll wave off Clyburn coming over, and that will retire the side. After a leadoff double, 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 8th. California holding on. California has an 8-3 lead after 8. In all honesty, the Jays just have not been producing tonight at all. Hanky is going to come out of the game. The Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen yet again. It also didn't help that the Blue Jays had to go to the bullpen earlier than anybody else in this replay. Coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays, just to try to stop the bleeding and keep this game right where it is going to be Jim Acker. 7-2 with a 3.23 ERA, 86 and a third innings pitched, 42 strikeouts, 43 walks, 7 home runs in 85. He will be facing the second half of the Angels' order. Here's DeCinces. DeCinces tonight is 1 for 4 with a double. Acker will get the sign from Nicosia. Once I stop dropping dice. 8-3 Angels, top of the 9th. Acker will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 5.67. That's over to Fernandez at shortstop, and that'll be a base hit for DeCinces into left field. He is going to be content with the single. As nothing seems to be going right for the Blue Jays tonight. Double play depth is called for the Angels, or for the Blue Jays, and Jones is now the batter. Jones is 0 for 4. Acker will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 237, and against a lefty, 237, that's going to be a walk. Jones will work a walk out of the at-bat, and suddenly the Angels have 2 on, nobody out. And the batter now is Gerber. Gerber tonight is 1 for 4 with a single. Fans at Exhibition Stadium are loud. Acker will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 240. And against a lefty, 240 is going to get popped up on the infield to third base. Infield fly rule is going to be called. Mullenix will make the catch in the infield grass. 1 out in the inning. Honestly, most of the Jays fans might be starting to beat traffic pretty soon. Here's Nerone. Nerone tonight is 3 for 4. They might be getting ready to come back for Game 4 when it looks like Toronto is going to be facing elimination. Acker will get the sign from Nicosia, and he will pitch. A 250 against a lefty at 250. That is going to be a base hit, and the Angels are going to get a run. DeCinces will come around. He will score. Jones will go to second. Nerone to first. It'll be 9-3 Angels once I update the scoreboard. Stadium groans. Ugh. Here's Pettis. Pettis tonight is 1 for 4 with a single, and he's reached on an error. 9-3 Angels, top of the 9th. Stadium starting to empty as people are looking to beat traffic in Toronto. Acker will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 355 and a 355. That's going to be an error. Upshaw is going to get that one. He'll pick it up, drop it. It'll handcuff him, and everybody will be safe. Wow. Second error tonight on the Blue Jays. Batter now is Jackson. The infield has got to play in. Jackson tonight is 3 for 4 with 2 singles, a double, and a walk. We're going to get some activity in the Blue Jays bullpen as Gary Lavelle is going to start warming up. He would be the 6th Blue Jays pitcher if Toronto needs to go to him. Acker trying to get out of this inning. He will get the sign from Nicosia. Fans at Exhibition Stadium, the ones that are still here, are loud. Jackson waits for the pitch. Acker will set, and he will pitch. 366 and a 366. That is going to be a called strike 3 on Jackson as a curveball catches the zone for strike 3, out number 2. Downing, now the batter. Downing tonight is 1 for 4 with a single and a walk. Acker will get the sign from Nicosia. He will set, and he will pitch. 281 against a righty. 281 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Fernandez will grab that one. He'll throw that over to Upshot first, and that will retire the side. But the Angels strike again. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. Score is now 9-3 Angels heading into the bottom of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? The Angels load the bases, and they get nothing out of it. Hard to say you lose, good day, sir, when the Angels are leading by 6 runs here, and Toronto's praying for 9th inning magic. And no, indeed, that is not a way to win a playoff game, going to the bullpen earlier than anybody else in this season. Toronto will need to not run that back on Sunday, I would say. If they run that part back on Sunday, then it's probably California going to the ALCS. Leading off the bottom of the 9th for the Blue Jays is Mosby. Mosby tonight is 1 for 3. Clyburn will continue to pitch, continuing to get loose in the bullpen for the Angels. Clyburn will get the sign from Nerone. Fans that are left here at Exhibition Stadium are loud. Clyburn will set, and he will pitch. That is a 380. And a 380 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Downing will track that one down, coming in for that one, but he will make the catch, and that will be out number 1. Garcia, now the batter. Garcia is 1 for 3. Clyburn looking into Nerone for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 442 against a righty. A 442 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Gerber will grab that one. He will take his time, throw that over to first. 2 outs in the inning. And the last chance for the Blue Jays comes down to Lou Thornton. Thornton tonight is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. Angels get this out. They take the series 2-1. They take the series lead 2-1 heading into Sunday. Toronto gets Thornton on. Nicosia comes to the plate. Fans that are left here at Exhibition Stadium are loud. Clyburn will get the sign from Nerone. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 345. And Thornton swings through the high heat. Strike three. That's your game. The California Angels take the series lead 2-1 by trouncing the Toronto Blue Jays 9-3. Stadium groans. Ugh. And the Angels now have the 2-1 lead heading into Sunday. Final line score coming up. For the Angels, 9 runs on 15 hits and 1 error. For the Blue Jays, 3 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. Winning pitcher tonight is going to be Don Sutton. He will pick up the win. Jimmy Key will pick up the loss after getting shelled for 6 runs. And that will do it for Game 3 of this American League Division Series. California now holds a 2-1 series lead on Toronto. They have a chance to clinch in Game 4, to become just the second team on the channel to win a playoff series. Let me just double check that. But California looking to become just the second team on the channel to win a playoff series after losing Game 1. The other one was the 91 Pirates, who actually won the World Series when they did that. So that will do it for tonight's Game 3. Tomorrow night, we will be at Exhibition Stadium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Montreal Expos. Bob Welch will be going for the Dodgers, and Bill Gullickson will be going for the Expos. Saturday Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Dungeons & Dragons Flavors of the Multiverse cookbook as we make the side Tavern Noodles. Sunday, we're playing This War of Mine by Awaken Realms. And Wednesday, what are we doing Wednesday? I'm trying to think. Oh, we're playing Twilight Inscription, I think, on Wednesday, right? Let me just double check that. Normally I know this off the top of my head, but I'm also still getting used to streaming a lot more here. Excel is just pulling up for me. Yes, we are playing Twilight Inscription on Wednesday next week. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The California Angels slap the Toronto Blue Jays around for 6 runs in the first 2 innings and take a 9-3 victory in Game 3 and the 2-1 series lead that comes with it. Game 4 is on Sunday. Toronto faces elimination at home. Once again, take care, and we will see you at Olympic Stadium tomorrow night.